Thanks so much for coming in. I had a blast. That was really cool, and I think we came up with some really good ideas. So the most important thing going forward is not exercise. It's not stretch. It's really just awareness. Anytime standing still, right? So far you've been 80% on that left side. Right side's just kind of been there hanging out. Hard reverse, all right? Anytime you're standing still or can think of it, 80% on the right leg, locked. That's important too. Not right leg like this. It's still not doing work. Locked, right leg, left leg's there for balance. Let's just make that the new normal, all right? Again, try to stand tall with it. That locked, well, you don't necessarily need to think locked. Obviously, that's the engagement we want, but also just think tall on the right. That will kind of make that lock happen. So this is the standard, just right leg's doing the work, left leg, again, if somebody kicked it out, you'd still be upright, lock, lock, lock. Anytime you're walking, we mentioned, I know we live on a single story, but there are a couple stairs in and out here and there. I bet without knowing it, you've always led with the left. Let's start leading with the right. Let's start trusting that right leg with just basic activities, okay? That's number one. Number two, we talked about how kind of the knee only has so much available range, although we gained like 6 degrees today just by doing a little bit of work. So I'm pretty confident we can maybe even gain a few more. But what I want you to do is relax leg and then start to push a little bit into extension. This would be a good, we talked about hot tub exercise. This would be good, maybe warm up pre-bike ride, pre-walk, pre-gym, just to kind of, again, if we maximize the available range of motion by laying into this, then when you move and you work, and then you'll have more active motion. So no real timing or rhyme or reason here. Really the idea here is if it's comfortable, you just can't do this enough. So we're gonna push that knee down into extension. Hey, while you're there, get a little hamstring stretch into it. That's on our list for next time. It's gonna be hamstrings, hips, calf stretching. We'll kind of look at the backside a little bit more, but right now it was all knee. So we've got standing with it locked. We've got pushing into it. The next step is 2 for strength. All right. We had talked about getting against the wall and doing some lockouts. I thought better of it. We're already so close to that with what we're going to do with the leg press later, what we're doing with standing. So I'm not as worried about that one. The one I did like a lot, well, we did it kind of a lunge style. Remember, we kind of talked about lunging onto that leg. I know the calf only lets us get so far, but just putting pressure on that leg. This is about trust again. This is about right leg. Most of my weight's here. If it turns off, I'm gonna fall down. That's how we learn how to trust it, right? So I know we don't have a stair at home. I'm hoping maybe that can happen with just a chair, a dining chair or something. 1 foot on, lunge onto it, put weight on there, and then just hang out. Whether, if you want to do some rocking back and forth. But again, to me, this isn't an exercise. It's just, can we hold this position for a while? It's a good stretch, so it'll help the knee mobility the other way, not with flexion. But let's just get used to that. All right. Again, right leg only. The left doesn't need that help. And then the hardest thing I'm going to have you do at home is, we talked about that step into the garage, get on that stair, hold on to the wall or something for balance, and then just locking out that knee. So now we're putting it all together. We are 100% on our right leg. We're going to use all of our available range of motion. Check me out from this angle, boom. And we're using our strength, boom. So confidence, full range, and the quad's gonna get a heck of a workout at the same time. That's the best one you can do at home. And aim for that one at home at least once a day. Pretty good amount of reps, 2 dozen reps, get a little fatigued. These other things we're doing, the standing, the chair, the pushing down, there's no limit to those. Do those all day, every day, whenever you think of it, whenever you got 30 seconds to kill, just like I'm doing here. We all kind of have a leg that we trust. We just got to flip yours now. It's going to be definitely a lot more mental than physical right away. That's it for home. Do those on repeat. For the YMCA, next time you get there, 2 things I would love to see change would be treadmill, and we did it backwards. hold on, make sure you get good handrail, make sure you're confident, super slow. We were only going a half mile an hour today, but again, the idea is digging that heel into the pad, locks that knee, makes that quad work more efficiently, and great way to reverse that knee bend. So I would probably do, maybe if you're already gonna get on the treadmill, walk forward for a couple minutes, walk backward for a minute. Walk forward for a couple minutes, walk back for a minute. Something like that if you want. You really can't go wrong with just walking backwards for 2 or 3 minutes straight even. But that's all about all you need. Only about 2 or 3 minutes and you're plenty. If you do that for 10, a little bit of overkill. And then the last one I want to see at the YMCA would be a seated leg press, very, very light. We're talking 20 to 30 pounds maybe. And just doing a really smooth like butter leg extension. If we feel any sort of hitch, we feel like I don't trust locking out, or I don't quite have the range of motion, lighten the weight. I want this to be just the smoothest lockout we can. Can't go wrong doing it against air too. This was pretty good as well. We don't need a lot of resistance. So starting with air leg presses today, but then progressing to when you get to the Y, maybe a 20 pounder, 20, 30 pounder, and see how that goes. Again, I'm giving you options here. We got 6 options here. They might not all be winners. I think they're pretty good, but if there's 1 or 2 that you don't love, hey, that's fine. Skip it. We can always reassess next time. The good news is we're not in a time crunch when it comes to this one. So I really hope that helps. Again, the knee looks sound. It looks stable. I don't let anybody cut it. And I'm excited to see how it looks in a few weeks and see if we're standing a little straighter and taller. So I appreciate you, sir. Thank you.